Hello students, let us begin the next topic of that is kingdom plantae. So in the kingdom plantae, so far we have discussed about chlorophysial member, rhodophysial member and phaeophysial member. All three groups comes under the group called algae. So after the completion of algae, which are the primitive plants, let us move towards some advanced type of plants. So as we go move from lower to higher, primitive plants to higher plants. So in the under plant kingdom, first the primitive plants that we have studied algae, general characters of algae, economic importance of algae, the detailed aspect we have completed. After that, next type of plant category which are somewhat advanced than the algae. In what way they are advanced, in what aspect they are advanced, all those aspects we are going to study. With respect to their occurrence, with respect to their organization, with respect to their reproduction, structure, with respect to all characters, bryophytes member we are going to discuss. These bryophytes are more advanced than the algal members with respect to all, with respect to their structure, with respect to their reproduction. Okay, how they are advanced than the algae, that we are going to discuss. First of all, these bryophytes are, they are in their occurrence they are found in a, they are called as amphibians of the plant kingdom. Okay, why they are called amphibians of the plant kingdom? Because amphibians means double, means they require, they need, they live in land, not only in land, even for the completion of their reproduction they require water. Means partly they live in water, partly they live on terrestrial, I mean land. So here I wrote terrestrial, this key point you must remember. Terrestrial means, terrestrial means land, aquatic means water. If the water, if the plants or organisms are found in the water, we call them as aquatic animals, aquatic plants. But here I wrote terrestrial, means these bryophytes are confined to terrestrial habitat. Terrestrial means their dwelling place is land, on the land they are present, and they are the non-vascular plants. See here, vascular plants, non-vascular plants. How do you differentiate these two? Vascular means the plants which do not, which possess xylem and phloem. They are known as vascular plants. And those plants which do not bear xylem as well as phloem, water conducting tissue and food conducting tissue, such plants are known as non-vascular plants. Since these plants do not contain any vascular bodies, vascular tissues, xylem and phloem, hence they are known as non-vascular plants. Even in the algae also we did not see any vascular system. Okay, always they are found in the water, so they do not require. Whereas bryophytes are do not possessing, they are not possess any vascular system. Next comes, as they require water for their reproduction, they usually live on the land, but they require water for the reproduction. Hence they are called as amphibians of the plant kingdom. I mean, with respect to their organization, if you see the thallus, plant body, the plant body of bryophytes are known as thallus. This word already I have defined what is thallus. Thallus means the undifferentiated plant body is called as thallus, where we do not find root, stem and leaf. The plant body does not develop well developed root system, well developed stem and leaf. Here it looks like a plant but do not possess well developed root system, stem and leaf. The undifferentiated plant body is called as thallus. So these thallus may be are of two types. This thallus may be either elongated, erect, or this thallus may be prostrate. Later on you will come to know with the diagram I will draw, and later on you will come to know what is the meaning of prostrate. Prostrate means along the ground, like a creeper. You might be knowing the creeper. Creeper grows along the ground. Likewise, this thallus also grow along the prostrate means along the ground. along the land, or sometimes some thallus, some examples of the bryophytes, they grow in a erect manner, in a straight manner, vertical manner. Okay, they may erect also, they may prostrate also, and sometimes they are attached to the substratum. Substratum means they are attached with any rock for the support. They are attached to the substratum. So this substratum is a, it may be any rock, any plant, anything. For the support purpose they are attached. Next, as I told you, they do not possess root, stem, leaf, but they possess root-like structures for the absorption of water as well as minerals. Okay, because the plants also, because I told you in the beginning only, they live not only on the land and also in the water because they require moisture. Okay, so they are also found in the damp place, moist place, wet place. Okay, so for the absorption of water and minerals, they make use of rhizoids for the absorption of water and minerals. Rhizoids. Next, the plant body, it may be haploid gametophyte. So let me differentiate what is gametophyte, what is sporophyte. So gametophyte means a plant body which possesses gametes, that is known as gametophyte. And the plant body which is differentiated into root, stem and leaf, that is called as sporophyte. Plant body is called sporophyte. Okay, so haploid gametophyte, that gametophyte may produce haploid gametes. What do you mean by haploid gametes? Haploid means n number of chromosomes. Diploid set is undergoing reduction division and forming haploid set of gametes. So these are the some of the vegetative characters of a bryophytes. Now we will move on to reproduction. So reproduction, with respect to reproduction, it is quite advanced in the algal members. It is advanced in the algae. Okay. So how they are advanced, let us see. This gametophyte, because gametophyte means the plant which possesses haploid set of chromosome, that is called as gametophyte. So the gametophyte produce male sex organs. Since we know the anthidia are the male reproductive structure in bryophytes, and female sex organs are archegonia. So remember this line showing sexual reproduction. You may ask here whether these bryophytes undergo any vegetative reproduction or not. Of course, they also follow vegetative type of reproduction, vegetatively by means of fragmentation and all, and even asexually by means of spores. But they also reproduce sexually. How? By forming gametophyte. Means male sex organs are called antheridia. Means the gametophyte produce male sex organ called antheridia, and the gametophyte also possesses female sex organ called archegonia. But here one thing we must remember, the gametophyte may possess, the single gametophyte produce both antheridia, archegonia within the same plant. Later you will come to know. Markensia, Riccia are the example. So where gametophyte produce, either they may be both the sex organ present in the same or on the different plant. The thallus may be same or the thallus may be different, monoecious or dioecious. Okay, so both the sex organs present in the same plant or different plant. Now, antheridia. What is antheridia? Antheridia is a male reproductive structure. Here the rough diagram I have drawn, it is not there in the reader. Okay, it is not given in the NCERT reader, but it is required. So antheridia, this is antheridia. This is going to develop. See the partitions, small boxes are there. Within that the nucleus is there. So each cell is going to give rise to antherozoids. This is the antheridia. Within the antheridia, antherozoids are present. So this is a single structure of antherozoids. Antherozoids are biflagellate, and such number of antherozoids are produced by the within the antheridia. Okay, they undergo gametogenesis and produce haploid set of antherozoids. Okay, so these antherozoids are swimming in the water. They swim in the water and they possess motile structure. They are biflagellate antherozoids. They swim in the water and they try to come in contact with the female sex organ called archegonia. And one must remember here female is non-motile. Okay, it is just like a flower was like structure. Okay, so this is the archegonia having one egg cell. So centrally there is a egg cell. So there is a opening at the tip, and through this tip opening the anthrozoid swim and try to reach the egg cell and form the zygote. So anthrozoids swim in the water and reach the archegonium in the egg cell and forming a diploid zygote to a number of chromosomes. And this zygote develops into sporophyte. So zygote undergo mitotic division and give rise to sporophyte. What is sporophyte? That sporophyte which is differentiated into root, stem and leaf. Or in other word, in bryophyte, the zygote develops into diploid sporophyte, which is differentiated into a root-like structure called foot and a stem-like structure called seta, and that is leaf-like structure called capsule. Thus, the sporophyte produce foot, seta, capsule. So, within the capsule, bulbous structure capsule, there we find the number of spores. Those spores are containing haploid set of chromosomes. See here, n number of spores. They are found in the capsule. And these spores undergo meiotic division. What is meiotic division? The diploid set of chromosome, diploid set of chromosome undergo haploid. So reductional division they undergo, and then they germinate. These spores, haploid spores, germinate when they fall in the suitable moist place. They start germinating and they produce a haploid gametophyte. So the haploid spores produce haploid gametophyte. This is single sex, it is n number of chromosomes. It is not diploid, it is haploid gametophyte, where it produces only either male gametophyte or female gametophyte. Similarly, if the female is there, the female also germinate and give rise to female gametophyte. Thus, male and female gametophytes are produced from these spores only. Okay, so this is all about the reproduction, sexual reproduction, and this sporophyte, gametophyte I told no. So this gametophyte is a haploid. Sporophyte and gametophyte are not interdependent. They are interdependent. They are not dependent. Sporophyte is a where the root, stem and leaf like structure both are interdependent with each other. So this is all about the reproduction in the bryophytes. Last and final, in one most important character, that bryophyte shows alteration of generation. They show alteration of generation. It means what? Always the gametophyte alternates with the sporophyte. Gametophyte alternates with the sporophyte, one after the other. So this cycle is called as alteration of generation. So these are the general features of a bryophytes.